Okay. So I received, I just saw some of the questions in the meeting chat, and don't worry about it. I will go through those questions. And also, there will be some details I need to clarify in the first lecture today. And that's actually the purpose for me to provide the lecture as the introduction of this class. So first of all, my name is Hao Yang. I'm now a faculty in the Department of Civil Engineering. You can find my office phone number and my email address. This year, it might not be easy for you to find me through the phone, but I will always reply you through the email. Also, as we are using the MS Teams, so if you have any questions about the class, the homework assignment, or the exams, you can always send me a message through Teams. So for the instructors and TAs of this class, I'm Hao Yang, and my major is about the transport engineering, and that's also the reason we have some slightly modification about the previous surveying class. In the updated course contents, we will focus more about the surveying in the areas of transportation, like how to conduct the surveying about the curves, how to conduct the route surveying to design the highways and local roads. Those contents will be included in the almost the second half of this class. And for this class, we have 3 teaching assistants, Abdurrahman, Amar, Dan Zhao, and Mohammed. And they will help you to work on the tutorial sessions and the lab sessions. Actually, you can also draft the email to these 3 TAs if you have any questions about the homework assignment or any concerns about the lab experiments, and they will be there to answer all the questions for you. So that's the persons that we're going to support in this class. And for regarding to the class time and office hour, you may already know that the class will be offered twice every week on Wednesday and Thursday at 1:30 to 2:20 p.m. So we have 2 1-hour sessions every week. And for the office hour, I designed a 1-hour office hour just before the lecture on Wednesday. And it will also be offered through the MS Teams. So if you go back to check the Teams under this channel, there will be an office hour. Under the office hour channel, I mean, after this lecture, I will create a new meeting, which will be repeated every week. And this will be in the meeting for the office hour. During the office hour, if you have any questions, you can just join the meeting at any time, and I will be there to answer those questions. And of course, if there's conflict with your schedule, you can always send me the email, and then we can make an appointment about sometimes later. And also, as I say that, you can always contact the TA for the questions that you have. So that's the class time and office hour, and I will try to finish the time and the schedule first, and then later on I'll go through the questions that you have in the meeting chat. I saw a lot of questions, and I'll try to finish this one first and then go through them. So for the tutorial session, we actually have 2 sessions, but they are organized at the same time. Both of them are offered on Monday from 12:30 to 2:20 p.m. And originally it's assigned as 2 different classrooms, BSB 120 and JHE 326H. But we found that these 2 rooms are not large enough. So what we decided, like, we will try to change this classroom to a larger one, which will be CNH 103. So if we go to check the campus website, there will be the CN. This will be the let me try to. This would be the JHE building, which is the main building for our department, and the CNH will be the building 23. It will be the room will be 103. So if we go to this building and find out 103, our TA will be there to offer the in-person tutorial. And we also have some equipments installed in that classroom. And when the TA is leading the tutorial session, it will also broadcast the lecture to the online students. So you will be able to take the in-person tutorial and the online tutorial at the same time on Monday from 12:30 to 2:20. And also we have the lab session. All the lab sessions will be provided in the ADL. The ADL is actually a little bit off the main campus. ADL building is located on the left side of the campus, and it's quite close to the parking lot M. And I know that most of the students will be parked there. If you park there, it will be very close to the ADL lab. And for the regarding to the lab experiment, strongly encourage you to read through the lab safety policy that I listed in the course outline. And also after this class, I will share one YouTube link with you about the lab safety, and you must watch the whole video to make sure that you understand all the safety requirements. And we have, as we say, that we will have 3 lab sessions every week, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Tuesday afternoon. And I know that each one of you have already selected one session, and some of you will attend the in-person lab experiment. This indicates that we will need to know the details about how many students will be there in each session. With that, we can assign the teams for actually assign the all the teams for this class. And usually each team will have 5 students, so you 5 can work together to complete all the lab experiments. So that's the all the schedules for the sessions in this class. And with that, I will pause a little bit and try to check the questions in the meeting chat. So what I'm usually do is like I actually have 2 computers. One computer is the one which we are presenting the slides. The other one is checking the meeting chat. So if you have any questions there, we're gonna try to check the the questions through the meeting chat, and we will usually check your questions after I finished some full topic in the class. So the first question that I got is about the I think that some student has already replied to the question. And thank you very much for Ido. And let me go through that one. So it will be. So it is for the survey is the one part you have to finish in the first week. We need to know that which section about the in-person activity you're gonna attend, including it's especially important for the lab sessions. We need to know how many students in each lab session. And as Ido mentioned that the first lab session will be offered. The survey is actually provided under the resource, and you can try to find out the surveys under resource and try to finish all the 3 questions. And for the subtitle, definitely I will add the subtitle for the future lectures. There will be some subtitles to tell you what contents will be included in that lecture. And the live caption, I forgot to open that. Usually I open the caption part. Okay. So you can see the caption now. Well, for the YouTube, they will create the subtitle and the caption automatically. Actually, in the future lectures, there will be some assistance. The technical assistance will help us to correct the captions, so the caption will be more accurate. And for the in-person tutorial, the start time of the in-person tutorial and lab session, we will not have any tutorial or lab sessions in the first week. And start from next week, we will offer the first tutorial session. So you will have the tutorial session on Monday next week. That will be September 13th. And that will be the introduction about AutoCAD. And for the lab session, it will start in the 3rd week. So that will be Monday, September 20th. And that's the reason we need to complete the survey as soon as possible, and then we can finalize the list of the team members. Well, it's the survey about the preferences. I'm not quite sure what's your question. Could you specify the question? And so for the tutorial session, they will all be assigned to the CNH 103. This is in a very large classroom with a capacity about 165 students. Even though there's any requirement about the social distance from the university, but I encourage you that if you want to be safe, you can try to sit on the other side, take the other seat next to each other. For the options about the online and in-person activity, the current policy from the department is like you can take the in-person, you can choose to take the in-person activity at the beginning of the class. And that's also the purpose of the survey that I provided. And if you feel uncomfortable about taking the in-person activity after the first several sessions, you can switch to the back to the online version. And but the opposite way is not allowed, which means that if you select the online tutorial and lab sessions, you will not be allowed to return to the or change it to the in-person activity. If you do that, you will create a lot of confusions about the arrangement, especially the safety concern from the university. And also, it's especially very difficult for us to rearrange the lab experiments. Okay, for the survey, definitely I will show you how to do it. Just a quick. So if we go to Avenue to Learn, and I will just a moment. I will try to sign into my account. So you need to go to the class and enter the survey, enter the resource. You can find out the you need to scroll it down to the end, and there is a survey, and then you can choose the first one, the in-person activity survey. There will be 3 questions you need to answer. Just I mean, the platform in your side will be different from my side. I'm the owner of this one, so I'm not allowed to do any selections. But in your side, you can directly see all these 3 questions and make your selection about whether you're going to take the in-person activity or which sections, which lab sessions you're going to join. And or the next question, do labs and tutorials alternate each week, or there's both each week? That depends. I will show you more details about the schedule of the tutorial session and the lab session, so you will know what you need to do for each week, whether there's any tutorial session or lab session. But the schedule for the lab session is not finalized yet because we don't know the how many students will attend the in-person activity. So for the questions about whether there's a lab on 14th, that's yes. So there's no lab in the 2nd week. All the lab starts in the 3rd week. For the location of the lab, it will be held at ADL. So you can find out the course notes, and it will contain all the details that you need. Okay, so with that I go through all the questions, and then I will go back to the introduction slides for this class. And so the format of this class, the lecture, it's just as what we are doing now. It's offered through MS Teams, and for everyone who have already joined this team, I believe you have already saw the team code, and that's the way for you to join this class. And usually I will provide the 25 minutes live lectures, so you can join the lecture and try to learn all the materials from this class. And if you have any questions, you can raise your hand. I may not reply you immediately because it's not easy for me to find out the raising hand when I make the presentation. So once I finish on one topic in that lecture, I will go back to check the questions that you have. And also in the future, you can also try to leave your questions in the meeting chat, as what I just checked in the Teams platform. If possible, I will try to leave 5 minutes Q&A session to go through all the questions listed in the meeting chat. And to make it more efficient, it's better for you to specify which page you have question with. I mean, for the first note, definitely it's not easy, but for the future notes, there will be some detailed topics that we can discuss. So you can try to start with the questions, which page it is, and what's your problem. And if you have some general questions, just start with G and list the questions. The general question will represent your concern about the whole topic or the whole lecture. So that's the lecture section. And for the office hour, it will also be offered through the MS Teams. You can check the office hour channel. And as I say that, I will create a meeting under the office hour channel. And this meeting is scheduled at every week. So during the office hour, I will be there in the I will always be online. So if you have any questions, just join the meeting directly. Or you can send me email if you have any questions. For the tutorial, as I just explained, they will be offered with the hybrid mode. The TAs will lead the tutorial session. So in the tutorial session, we will focus on two topics. One is about the introduction about AutoCAD. You will learn how to use AutoCAD to complete some of the two-dimensional and three-dimensional drawings. And the other part would be the review about the homework assignment and some of the problems examples that we showed in the class. We will focus on the part that the whole class is not doing very well, or it's a little bit, some examples that are a little bit confusing. This will give you an opportunity to go through the problems again, and we're going to try to clarify all the difficult points in those examples. And similar to the lecture, the tutorial session will also be recorded, and we will post the tutorial session on Avenue to Learn and also YouTube. So that's the tutorial session. And the next one would be the lab session. So I know that there will be not all the students in this class will join the in-person lab experiment. So we will have both online activity and in-person activity. For the student who is attending the in-person activity, you will join the lab in-person activities at the lab sessions you select, which means that you if you choose the Monday morning session, you will need to find out the team members who are joining the same session, and if it's for the Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, it will be the same. And for the online students, it will be the same. But at this time, you don't need to worry about the sessions you choose. You will be assigned, for all the online students, you will be assigned to multiple groups, and you will be assigned to watching the video about how to conduct the lab experiments, and you also I will also email you the raw lab data, and all the members in the same team have to work together to analyze the data and also write a lab report. Also for the in-person activity, we will have the TAs and the lab technicians in the field, so they will help you to answer the questions that you have to operate the lab instruments. But I strongly encourage you to watch the video first. For each lab experiment, we have some pre-recorded video to show you how to operate those instruments and how to conduct the experiments. So if you watch the video and but you still have some questions about how to operate them, then you can go to ask the TAs or the lab technicians. They will be there during the lab sessions for any questions that you have. So that's the lab experiments. And also for this class, we don't have any required textbook. There are some recommended book for you to use. Actually, I listed 3 of them. The first one is the surveying, theory and practice, and second one is the elementary survey, introduction to geomatics, and last one is the surveying principles and applications. Those three books are very useful for you to have better knowledge about the topics introduced in this class. You can also find them in our library. But if you don't have access to these books, it's also fine. Basically, in this class, you can just rely on the course notes, and we have all the details in the course notes for you to complete all the tasks in this class. And the last one that is you are recommend to use is the AutoCAD, which is one of the important tool for you to conduct the actually try to analyze the data you collected from the field experiment. The software is free for the students. For now, last year we used the AutoCAD 2020, and for now they may have the latest version 2021. So you can either download the 2020 or 2021. Either way is fine. The TA, actually next week the TA will give you more details about how to download the software and how to use the software as some of the preliminary knowledge. So more details will come next week for AutoCAD. And the next thing would be the assignment and exams, which will be a task that you have to work in this class. So basically it will include 5 components. The first one is homework assignment. We have 9 homeworks in this class. It will take about 10% of your final grade. The homework assignment will be simple and the load is not heavy. Usually you will have 1 week to work on the homework assignment. And I will specify the deadline for each homework, and hopefully you will not submit any late assignment. The current policy is that we will not accept any late assignment. If you have any specific requirement or specific situation, please email me as early as possible. And the lab session is one of the important part of this class. It takes about 20% of your final grade. In this class, we will conduct 5 lab experiments. For each one, actually for the first 4 lab experiments, it will be relatively simple. You don't need to use the whole 3 hours to complete the experiment. Some may just take about an hour. But I hope like in the before you go to the ADL lab and try to conduct the field experiment, you have to go through the lab instruction carefully, which will save you a lot of time and also help you to get an accurate result. And we will also have some quiz. This will be some in-class quiz. It will be offered in the class, and that will be some of the multiple choice question. Totally, we will have 5 in-class quiz. It will be responsible of the 5% of your final grade. And also we offer 2 midterm exams and 1 final exam. For the 2 midterm exams, the total percentage will be 30. And for the final exam, it will be 35% of your final grade. So that's the most of the information I pick up from the course outline. And does anyone have the questions? Daya? I'm not quite sure I pronounce your name correctly.
Yeah, you pronounced it correctly.
Okay. Yes.
I just have a question. Do we have the exact dates for the midterms yet, or do we just know the week?
We have. Actually, I will show you the detailed schedule later. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And second one, Alexandra.
Hi, I just wanted to know if the midterms were proctored.
Yes. But it will also be online exam.
Okay.
Yes. And I don't see anyone raising their hand, so I will go to check the questions from the meeting chat. Take some time. So the questions about the uploading the lecture notes, yes, sure. Usually the notes will be uploaded 1 day or 2 days before the lecture. If the lecture is, for the Wednesday lecture, the notes will be uploaded earlier, and for the Thursday, it might be uploaded on Wednesday. And what's the Hansa? Can you explain what's the VMs? I'll go to check the last question. Will the quiz show up after every lecture? We only have 5 in-class quiz, so it will be presented at the end of the lecture. Like usually, you just need 5 to 10 minutes to complete the in-class quiz. So if there's an in-class quiz, I will let you know. Actually let you know at the beginning of the class, and we will save approximately 10 times for you to complete the in-class quiz. So I guess you're talking about the virtual machine. So currently for the department, we don't have any virtual machine for you to run AutoCAD. But AutoCAD is if you have your own computer, it's very simple for you to download. It will be easier for you to run in your own computer. So the next question is about the in-person lab and tutorial. For the in-person lab, it will be starts in September 20th, so which will be the 3rd week. And the first lab session depends on which one you choose. If you choose the Tuesday session, well, that will be the Tuesday in the 3rd week. If it's Monday, then that will be the Monday in the 3rd week. And for the tutorial session, it will be September. The first one will be September 13th. That will be the next Monday. Okay. And Dominic, for tutorials, will we be using AutoCAD? Yes. The tutorial will help you to actually give you a detailed introduction about the AutoCAD, how to install AutoCAD, how to use AutoCAD to complete the drawings, and also give you some chance to practice by yourself. Okay, I think that's answered the question. And Sony, do you have a question?
Yeah. So for the lab sessions, I'm not sure how it works. So so each person that votes, they go on the day they voted, or is it that we just pick one of the days that was like voted on the most, and that's the day we go with?
No. So for the lab sessions, for when you enroll the class, you actually choose one session, right? And in the survey, you can just choose the one that you have already enrolled. Or if you change your mind, you want to go to the other session, it's fine. You can change it to the other session. But that's the information I need to collect to assign the lab teams for each lab session. Like for Monday morning, if I saw there will be 10 students in that session, I will assign them into 2 groups, each one with 5 students. And in Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon, that will be the same. The students in the same session will be assigned to several groups, but the students from different sessions will never be assigned to the same group. So Olivia's question is like, do we need to purchase safety boots for these labs? Actually, don't need to purchase any safety boots for the surveying class. You just need to go to enter the lab and pick up the instrument and conduct all the experiment outside. You need to prepare for the condition, the outdoor condition, but you don't need to bring any safety boots to enter the lab. Okay, I think I go through all the questions, then I will return to the our slides. And so now, as this class is about the surveying and the measurement, so the most important thing is like we want to know what is surveying. This sentence is the one I picked from the textbook. We define a surveying as an art of the measurement. It can measure the horizontal and vertical distance between the objects, as well as these. We can try to measure the angles between lines. And then we can use those information to determine the directions of the lines to identify the locations of the points. And also we can use this information like the predefined angle and the distance to find out the relative points from your current location. Actually, I have one video that I'm going to show you a very short video show you most of the work that will be conducted by surveyors. Please let me know whether. Oh, okay. I found that we cannot hear the voice. It doesn't matter. You can actually watch the video later after the class. It's a very brief introduction about what kind of task that you need to the surveyor will need to do. After the class, you can just click the video in this notes, and this notes is actually uploaded to Need to Learn, and you can watch them to get more details. So that's the very brief introduction about surveying, and the next thing that I will show you is about the another definition about surveying. Surveying is also an art. We can only rely on the surveyors to process through the understanding of the surveying techniques, and we will be able to use these techniques to determine the most efficient methods to obtain the optimal result over the wide variety of the surveying problems. For example, if we want to design a highway, we must use the surveying to find out a way to smooth those corners, and also try to minimize the usage of the materials to conduct the highway. So all these things requires us to do a survey before we start a project. And on the other side, the survey is also in a science, and we use a lot of mathematical technologies to analyze the data we collect from the field. And we also need to do some analysis about the accuracy and reliability of those measurements. And we have to understand the properties of the tools that we apply to conduct the surveying. So in general, the surveying is an art. It's also a science. And we can use the surveying to do a lot of things, like we can use surveying to do to measure the boundaries of the land, to provide some information for planning and construction of the public and private works, and also we can use some of the advanced modern surveying tools to do in a large scale and very high precision surveying. And this would be the applications of the surveying. And in this class, we will cover actually 6 major topics. They're including the basic concepts and the basic measurements, and also we will move to the traverse. And for the rest, we will have the route surveying, which is one of the major topics we will cover in this class. And also we will introduce the GPS surveying, which will be related to the modern surveying tools. And of course, we will have the introduction about AutoCAD. And this will be the detailed schedule about each topic will be covered each week. So from week 1 to week 13, we will have the introductions about the surveying, the measurements and errors and the fundamental surveying technologies, the horizontal and vertical distance measurement, the angle measurement, and also we will have the midterm providing the 5th week. So the 5th week is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th week will be October 6th. So in October 6th, we will have the first midterm, and after that, not October 6th. I'm sorry, it's not October 6th. It will be October 4th. The midterm will be offered during the tutorial session, and we will also have the combined measurement, traverse surveying, and midterm after that, and route surveying. So this is the schedule about the lectures, and here we have the detailed schedule about the tutorial sessions. We will have the for the first week don't have any schedule for the tutorial session, and start from the second week we have tutorial the introduction about the AutoCAD, and the week 3 will be the second session for AutoCAD, and week 4 will be the homework review, and the week 5 will be the AutoCAD sessions. It's a little bit different. And the week 6 will be midterm 1. So this will be a little bit different from what I just explained. Actually, in the lectures tutorial there will be some review about midterm. Here is the review, not the So with that, I think the exact date for the midterm 1 would be October 18th. So after the 4th session, and for the midterm 2, that will be the week 10. I just need to double check the date. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will be November 15th. Correct me if I make anything wrong about finding the date, but that's the weeks should be right. I'm just not quite sure that I have the correct date for that exam. And actually, we will have the homework review sessions and also the exam review sessions. And for the lab schedule, we just have some discussion about it. It's very important for you to conduct the survey that I designed in the Avenue to Learn. You need to complete the survey even if we are taking the online lectures and the lab sessions. And as I say, there are no lab in the first and second week, and we have 5 lab experiments. The first one starts in the 3rd week, and there will be some limitations about the lab instruments. Actually, we only have 10 sets of the instruments for the first lab experiment and 5 sets for the rest of 4 experiments. So, which means that for every lab sessions, there are the maximum number of the teams will be 5 for the same experiment. That's also the reason I need to get the information about in-person activity as early as possible. With that, I can make a detailed plan about which team should take what kind of experiment in which week. So we will try to finalize this one before the 3rd week, so that you will have all the informations. And this will be the same thing, like you're going to take the survey in A to L, and so that I can know your preferences. and your team members will be assigned based on the survey result. And the online students will also be assigned with teams, and they need to conduct the virtual lab experiments, to watch the video, and also to analyze the data that we provided. So this is a summary about the temporary schedule, about when the homework assignment will be provided, and when the midterm exam will be offered. Again, here the midterm exam will still be the review, and the exact date will be the one that I specified here. And for the final exam, I don't know the exact date. The university will arrange the final exam for all the courses in the department, and I will update with you as soon as I receive the information. Okay, so I guess that's all the information I want to share with you. Do you have any questions? Okay, with that, I will go through the all the questions in the meeting chat, and then that will probably be all the information you need for this class. I saw the questions about the AutoCAD. AutoCAD is actually free, and the TA in the tutorial session will introduce to you about how to download the software for free and how to install it on your own computer. And for the midterm exam, it will be my current plan is like we will offer all the exams online, including midterm and the final exam. So you will be provided with the exam sheet online, and you will try to finish all the exams. You can write it by hand or complete it electrically, and upload it scan your answer sheet and upload it to Emily to Learn. For the lab experiment, we will have the plans that we will have 5 persons in one team. This is actually the requirement for you to operate the instruments. Sometimes we need 2 to 3 persons to hold the pose, and then let 2 or 3 persons to operate the measuring instruments. For the lab members, I will try to assign based on your survey result. So you will not make the decision, or you will not choose your team members by yourself. But if you have any questions or concerns after the assignment, you can let me know, and then we can do some modification about it. And for the midterm exam, the midterm is actually scheduled in the tutorial session. So first midterm will be week 6 tutorial session. So that will be the tutorial session would be 12:30, start from 12:30 p.m. So the first one is October 18th at 12:30 p.m. It lasts for 2 hours. Okay, I guess that's all the information I want to share with you. If you don't have any questions, then that will be all for the lecture today. And I do really appreciate your attendance. And start from next week, we're going to introduce try to make a more detailed introduction about the surveying, and we will officially start this class. And also, in the meanwhile, if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to send me email or contact me through the Teams. This will be the platform that I'm going to use for this term. Okay, that's good. And I think that will be all today. Thank you very much for your attendance, and I will see you tomorrow.